これはじゃあ相棒じゃなくて自分が運転しなきゃダメなのかな。早く来いよ。置いてくよ。
All American 7-4. Let's go get him.
はーい。行きますか。バスが見えたら捕まえればいいのかな。捕まえるっていうか止めればいいのかな。
This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask
ちょ
and
っと
only a
車
pain
の
in
運
the
転
ass for
慣れ
company.
てきたかも。
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about.
危
Discipline.
ね
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
え。やばいやばいやばいやばい。ごめんなさい。バスいないね、なかなか。左側か。あ、間違った。危ねえ引くとこだった。いないな。いないね。あ、間違えたよ。ここじゃ
Yeah, very funny. Just give me a
全
nudge
然
if
ちょっ
you
と
see
さ
me,
っき
right?
の発言取り消すわ。全然下手くそ。え、ここ？こんなにいないもんなの？うわ。バスがいない。おっと危ないっすよ。いないね。あれか？あ、いたいた。よしよし。で？
There's the bus, Cole. Turn on the siren and pull her over.
よし、こんな道路の真ん中で。
Some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
じゃあ水兵が言ってたことは間違いなかったよ
Sailor
ね。
boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. Left the bottom alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
ホームレス村に行けばいいのかな。目標。ホームレス村を捜索するね。ロケーションで、はい。
You can drive.
めっちゃ邪魔してるじゃん。
We're looking for a tall, disfigured man at the camp.
Could be difficult. Most bums look deformed to me.
Come on, Rusty. This isn't gothic fiction. Hobos are just like you or me. They're just men who've fallen on hard times.
You ain't much of a detective, Phelps. You think of hobos like me. Clue number one, how do I smell?
Of alcohol and stale sweat. You know, I may be onto something here.
Very funny, Phelps.
ホームレスなのに、家じゃないのあれ。まあ家とは言えないか。
LAPD. We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us
ちょっと待って。嘘でしょ。
We need to hold out to the cavalry.
How do we do that?
殺しちゃ、嘘でしょ。
Disciples know what you did last night?
We need to fight for it.
These men know they're
普
harboring a
通に撃
murderer?
ったけどさ、いいの？何もしてないのに。
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
この人だったんだ。なんか適当に近くにいる人殴ったんだけど。
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
また新聞が出てきたね。モルヒネ盗難事件。
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney. We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
この人たちの話とどういう風に関わるんだろうね。ロープじゃん。ズームイン。ズームインってどうやってんだ。これか。
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
そうだね。このロープはどっから持ってきたんだね。写真
This doesn't pertain to the case.
戦争中の写真か。何、財布？あ、
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
なるほどね。そう、殺された女の人はダンスが好きで、ダンスに誘われてバーから出てったっていう風にバーテンの人が言ってたから、まあこの人で間違いないんだろうね、連れ出したのは。じゃあ警察署に行けばいいのかな。うん。
Can you drive to this one?
来ないんすけど。あ、来た。
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder. We're going this way.
取り調べ？どこにいるんだ？これか。
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
スチュワート・アッカーマンね。殺害の
Why
動
did you
機。
kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
でも、じゃあなんでさ、ロープを取ってあったんだろう。なんか多分、記念品というかさ、普通だったら捨てるよね。
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrellson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
目が泳いでるよ。
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
いや違うね。だってダンスのチケットが入ってたから。
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
財布に入ってたなんかダンスのチケットみたいな。
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
何を言ってんだ。
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
今のは認めたということでいいのかな。
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
ね、車両そんなに壊した？器物損害。なんでだ？協力的ではなかったにせよ、早めにホームレス村を訪ねていれば、有力な目撃者を見つけられたのかもしれない。そうなんだ。でもまあ、解決したからいいよね。